Right, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro TV. My name is Desmond Okwekudan. So many thanks for joining us here on the program. We're on till 2 p.m. as we do always. And we're live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana. Also on DSTV channel 277. You can watch us live on your multi-TV digibox. And on radio, it is 94.1 FM. Coming up on the show today, of course, we doing the news updates. Helen Anyeweja will bring that to us, and then later we'll get into business and talk about a couple of things. We'll be looking at, of course, our conversation we've been having about Forex trading. Today we'll be taking a look at the trading influencers, what influence one to get into trading and all of that. We'll talk about that with Da Costa Essuman, and then we also get to talk about mobile money. We've been having this conversation about mobile money transactions in the country and the new height it has hit. But what are some of the things that, as you know, as users of this platform, we need to understand the agents, all of those. So today we'll be speaking to Edward Ofori Ajamani. He's president for the Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana. We'll talk to him about redefining the mobile money for the Ghana's 24-hour economy. And then we also take a look at the big push agenda. And today we're focusing on the Volta region and the roads issues in that particular region and what is being done under the big push agenda led by this particular government. So we'll be speaking to Emmanuel Kwesi-Bajra. He is MP for Whole West and the leader of the voter caucus in Parliament. So these are the stories we'll be looking at today on the show. So do want to stay with us right to the very end at 2 p.m. Helen Anyeweja is standing by with the news update. Hello, Ellen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you this month. Hope you are well.
I'm okay. We're blessed to be here. Take us away with the updates.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for joining us here. My name again is Helen Anyeweja. We are getting straight into the headlines for this afternoon. A 15-year jail sentence given to evangelist Patricia Siedu, popularly called Agrada, has been reduced to 12 months as a Mansaman court rules that severity of the initial sentence was disappropriate. Amidst interrupted flow of water in the past months in part of the capital, Ghana Water Limited has inaugurated a revenue enhancement team as part of efforts to strengthen revenue. Also coming up this afternoon, government's Big Push Roads initiative sees hundreds of kilometers of roads being upgraded in the Volta region. This and more coming up now. Please stay with us. Thank you very much for staying with us. We're still coming live to you from the Ikuabahima studio here at North Ridge. My name again is Helen Anyeweja. Now we are starting from here. Government has today presented the 24-hour economy policy document to Parliament. The document was quickly referred to the Committee on Economy and Development for consideration and also report back to the House. Now the document was presented by the Majority Leader, Mahama Ayariga.
Something that Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah has been advocating, and we have so dutifully listened and responded to him. And it is the policy document, comprehensive policy document on the 24-hour economy. Please, where's the, bring the report. Bring it. Bring it. What is your problem? A very comprehensive document on the 24-hour economy. So the 24-hour economy and accelerated export development program, based on a request that has been made by my friends in the minority. And so, Mr. Speaker, the object of the order paper addendum is to create space for this report to be laid so that it can be shared among members of the House. So, Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission, if we could go to order paper addendum, item number 1A. Mr. Speaker.
Now, contributing to the matter, the ranking on economy and development, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, asserted that the usefulness and practicality of the policy is important.
Despite the fact that it's taken the government about 1 year to present just one of the about 16 policy and program documents, it's a good thing that they finally presented it. The reason for which we've been demanding for these policy and program documents is that this is what gives us an opportunity to peruse in detail what the government intends to do, the targets, and track the implementation of these programs. It's one thing saying it on a political platform or even launching it at a ceremony. But what you've now put in the program details is what we can now track. So despite the fact that it's taking them about a year to present one out of the 16, and we're waiting for the other 15, we will go into this in detail and now track implementation. You know, this nearly weekly advocacy, asking for the policy and program documents, because it's the real foundation of the work that you are doing as a government. It's what helps you yourself to even measure and track the work you're doing, whether it's the minority or civil society or citizens in general. That's how come you can track and see the work that is going on. So we'll continue the advocacy, and we're not just asking for the documents to file, we're asking for it so that we can go into it and use it for the oversight function of Parliament. So you can rest assured that we're going to use these documents to track the implementation of these programs.
From that, the Ghana Water Company Limited has inaugurated revenue enhancement teams as part of efforts to strengthen revenue mobilization and improve service delivery nationwide. Managing Director Adam Mutawakilo says the new teams are expected to help reduce these losses and enhance the company's operational sustainability and inefficiencies in billing and collection.
Speaking at the launch, the Managing Director of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Adam Mutawakilu, disclosed that the financial strain of debts and losses is directly limiting investments in essential infrastructure expansion and upgrades, ultimately affecting water supply to consumers. Hence, the decision to launch the teams as a strategy to recover debts and curb losses.
Our mandate is clear: providing potable water to the urban and peri-urban communities or population. However, we have some operational and financial challenges. Over the past few years, we have operated under increasing pressure from several interrelated challenges. First, escalating operational costs. The cost of treatment plants, electricity, fuel, spare parts, plant maintenance continue to rise sharply. These inputs are non-negotiable. Second is our aging infrastructure. A significant portion of our production, transmission, and distribution networks is decades old. Many pipes are now prone to burst and leakages. The plant capacity utilization of the treatment plant continue to decline, especially during period of high pressure. The leakages is due to period of high pressure. Every drop of treated water through leakages represent wasted chemicals, wasted energy, and the lost income.
He further noted that the pollution of water bodies caused by activities of illegal mining has severely affected the company's ability to produce and supply safe water to consumers, placing significant strain on its operations.
Pollution of water bodies, siltation, and rapid urbanization are placing tremendous stress on our production system. Nationally, daily water demand now stands at approximately 350 million gallons a day. That is the whole country. However, our production capacity, as we speak, that I'm talking of installed, is 220 million gallons a day. A huge shortfall of 30 million gallons a day. That is nationally.
Now, away from that, journalist and communication director hopeful for the NPP, Gordon Asare Bediakon, has described the recent New Patriotic Party primaries as the most peaceful the party has conducted since 1992, noting that while Kennedy Japan entered the race with high hopes, his concession shortly after the polls left many of his supporters dissatisfied.
Baumia emerged the winner of the NPP primaries on January 31, securing the mandate to lead the party into the next general elections, as the party seeks to reclaim power after its defeat in the 2024 polls. Speaking on Good Afternoon Ghana, the communications director hopeful of the NPP, Gordon Asare Bediako, stated that the recent NPP primaries was the most peaceful the party has ever experienced since 1992.
This could go down in history as the most peaceful presidential primary the NPP has ever had since 1992. And so people they are not happy. They are not happy that we are having a smooth sailing, and they just want to put something in their spokes.
Commenting on Ken's video after the primaries, he said Ken's decision to concede defeat early after voting closed did not make his supporters
happy. Are you not worried? Well, you see, he is bruised, right? He went to the election full of hopes. So he was of the conviction that he was going to win the election. And a few hours later, he had to concede. And a lot of his supporters were not happy. People even didn't want him to concede. And you could hear a lot of them shouting. So for me, I think that he just wanted to say something to console them.
Now, away from that, with Africa's youth driving innovation and women forming the backbone of small businesses, Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman has reaffirmed the country's commitment to African integration, trade, and digital leadership, urging African nations to move from dependence to self-reliance. Delivering the keynote address on behalf of President John Mahama at the opening day of the Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2026, the Vice President maintained that Africa cannot afford to sleepwalk into the future, stressing the urgency of continental reset agenda.
The Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2026 opened with renewed calls for deeper continental integration and economic transformation. Vice President Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman underscored the need for reset, focused on shifting Africa from fragmentation to integration and from raw material exports to value-added production.
Future that excludes young people, women, and small enterprises is not one we can afford to sleepwalk into. It is a belief that lies at our reset agenda. The idea of a reset is to move us from dependency to self-reliance, from fragmentation to integration, from exporting potential to building prosperity at home. The vision of Africa as a single integrated economic space remains unfinished.
She warned that without strong institutions, effective governance, skills development, and industrialization, many African economies risk remaining trapped in low productivity models.
Others should connect us. From Pan-African Festival of Arts and Culture, through the Year of Return initiative, to the Diaspora Summit, successive governments in Ghana have worked deliberately to bridge our historical and economic divides with the understanding that progress is strongest when it is collective.
This year's theme, Empowering SMEs, Women and Youth in Africa's Single Market, Innovate, Collaborate, Trade, reflects a growing urgency to ensure that Africa's largest economic actors are not left behind as the continent pushes for deeper integration.
Away from that, let's do some social stories now. As former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and Member of Parliament for Damango, Samuel Jinapo, has called on African governments, mining companies and financial institutions to take deliberate steps to integrate women, youth and small, medium-scale enterprises into the full spectrum of Africa's mining value chains. He was speaking at the Africa Prosperity Dialogue's 2026 Mining Breakfast meeting and workshop here in Accra.
Enterprise development and skills transfer that is capable of delivery. For Africa to truly prosper from its mineral wealth, then its women, youth, and small and medium-scale enterprises must be empowered to participate in the full value chain of the industry. When we speak about participation, we must move beyond the traditional image of mining as only been about digging minerals out of the ground. Participation must mean access to skills, access to technology, access to finance, and access to markets. It must mean inclusion across exploration, engineering services, equipment manufacturing, mineral processing, refining, logistics, data services, and downstream manufacturing. In Ghana and across Africa, we must begin to appreciate that the true value chain of mining lies not only in what we extract, but in what we process, manufacture, and trade. This is why skill development is central to this conversation. But participation at this level does not happen by chance. It must be deliberately enabled.
Now we are going away to the members of parliament, the minority side specifically, where they are having a press briefing on cocoa farmers. Let's take a look.
Produce immediately. The mighty minority caucus has noticed with grave concern the precarious situation in which our cocoa industry finds itself. Licensed buying companies, that is the LBCs, have failed to pay cocoa farmers for cocoa beans sold to them since November 2025. But ladies and gentlemen of the media, the LBCs cannot be faulted because monies that have already been spent in purchasing and delivering cocoa to Cocoa Board have been locked up without reimbursement. The LBCs are constrained and would therefore not risk further monies onto the field. This has resulted in cocoa farmers being forced to either sell their produce on credit or sell on discount or to go back home with their produce unsold. The situation portends dire consequences for our cocoa industry and the national economy, knowing what cocoa stands for in Ghana. Cocoa Board and government must be blamed for failing to reimburse various cocoa buying companies for purchases already delivered to Cocoa Board. The LBCs have borrowed from banks and off-takers to pre-finance the harvest, but as we speak, Cocoa Board owes the LBCs over 10 billion cedis, being defaulted receipts of cocoa already taken over. To continue purchases and further deliveries in the same circumstance will mean the piling of cocoa taken over receipts, what we normally refer to as CTORs, as well as Cocoa Board's mounting indebtedness to the LBCs. In a recent press release by the head of Public Affairs Department of Cocoa Board, the impression was created that enough funds have been released to the license buying companies to purchase cocoa, but this was a complete hoax. The reality is that farmers are not being paid for their cocoa sold to the Mahama-led NDC government since November last year. For farmers who rely on cocoa as the sole source of livelihood, the past 3 months have been very trying moments. At no fault of theirs, cocoa farmers now find themselves in a quagmire, having been deprived of their hard-earned income from the sale of cocoa for more than 3 months. Some suffering farmers have been forced to sell their stocks at heavy discounts, plunging them into severe hardships. The non-payment of farmers for cocoa sold is not just incredibly outrageous, but it is a complete rip-off by the Mahama-led NDC government of their incomes and livelihoods, to the extent that some farmers are struggling to feed and provide for their families, and many cannot reinvest in their farms to sustain the cocoa economy. This was the least treatment our cherished cocoa farmers ever expected from His Excellency the President and his NDC government. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, you will feel sad for some of our cocoa farmers. A farmer called a week ago and said he has sold 100 bags of cocoa, and yet he could not buy blood pressure.
Away from that, the Amansaman court has ruled that the original 15-year jail sentence given to evangelist Patricia Isiedu be reduced to 12 months, with the term starting from the original conviction date. Thus more.
The 13 suspects, aged between 17 and 29, were arrested during a raid by a special task force combating illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey. During the operation, the task force destroyed 5 water pumping machines and 4 makeshift structures at the site, 2 additional water pumping machines, 10 mobile phones.
Okay, so away from that, we are looking into other matters, which we are going to give you the latest on that right here on Good Afternoon Ghana. But later on, that's more quick dance. So we'll be coming through as we'll be talking a lot more about some of the things we've initially spoken about. I guess are also ready. So right now, we are going to go for a very quick thing. When we come back, there'll be more.
I'm a brand manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Michechi woni nara mi din ede baby dapa me di ade sonko kra na ebremo nya ode to aduane mo ama waduane e dapa na me de bremo eno any some spices dey emu wa wo bebre o various flavors ubenya eya akoko ubenya nantwie yedi ku jollof mu ma emu ye de ubenya ne yedi ku nkwan mu yedi ku froye mu ho na ko pebito na ema waduane enye de unyimi nia yenkonko tie nyankofo eka
Download your communication to the enjoy Uduba that Samu spices. One in the essence, no five. I'm going to get it. Samu spices in a Sabi, Daddy so Samu spices. Mun Samu spices. Yama chicken.
Samu spices. In Sanaka in Kitwa, measure 10 grams. You want chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, and jollof, and the flavors of food will be brave.
Samu spices. Yes, Saka.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal toothpaste keeps me on top of my game. and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste. You're on a kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, and maniswing, Nesasu Mama Hotoso, a will beg you.
Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
I love coming to the beach, catching good vibes, relaxing and chilling with my refreshing Superstar multi-fruit juice drink. So refreshing. Never stops. Oops, trouble in paradise? It doesn't need to be this stressful. Catch! Nothing like a chilled bottle of Superstar to bring the happiness back. Aww. And for our future superstars, wow, good job guys. Who wants a drink? Me! There you go. Everybody loves Superstar multi-fruit juice drink because it tastes so good. Oh yeah. These are the moments you never forget.
Grab a bottle of Superstar multi-fruit juice drink today.
This advert is FDA approved.
Back from the break, we're still live with Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro Television, and we're still on with the latest news updates. Now, the Light Foundation, a non-governmental organization, has donated furniture to Bashir Model School, where children sit on mats and on the floor to study. There is more in this report.
Inadequate furniture in many public schools in the northern part of the country is affecting teaching and learning, which calls for deliberate efforts from governments to show enough furniture for schools. Some of such schools are Bashir Model School in the Nonton district of the northern region, where students sit on mats or lie on their stomachs to study. To mitigate the sufferance of the kids in Bashir Model School, the Light Foundation, a non-profit-making organization headed by Sheikh Ali Napari, has donated dozens of furniture and tables for the school. Sheikh Ali is the executive director of the Light Foundation, and he spoke to the media after the donation.
Before this donation, the children was learning without chairs and table. That make teaching and learning very difficult. And we've been told we are the one that, as a Light Foundation, we are managing the school and we are supervising the need of the school. So the community or the headmistress and then the staff reach out to us that it's making, in absence of the chairs, decent chairs and then tables, it's making learning and teaching itself very difficult for them. So therefore, we should come and help them. That's why we are here, and God willing, we speak to our donors and then they support us financially.
On her part, headmistress of the school, Umar Zainab, said the furniture has come at the right time, explaining how tedious it has been for teachers and students in the school due to the lack of appropriate furniture.
The cleaning of the school is a bit difficult for teachers here, but the children are smaller, they cannot clean by themselves. So it's very difficult. Sometimes we have to come and clean before we enter classes, and it's disrupting lessons. It's also not encouraging us as teachers. After cleaning the school, you become very tired. You cannot do work as expected again. Sometimes we employ the services of the women in the community, and because there's no funds for them, sometimes they feel reluctant coming. So we are pleading with the Light Foundation if they could help.
Now, away from that, the government has announced a visa waiver agreement between Ghana and Zambia, allowing citizens of both countries to travel between the two nations without the requirement of visas. There's more in the following report.
This was disclosed by the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, during President John Dramani Mahama's 3-day state visit to Zambia, a visit aimed at strengthening diplomatic, economic, and people-to-people relations between the two African countries. President John Dramani Mahama arrived in Zambia on Wednesday, February 4, at Sir Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, where he was received by President Hakainde Hichilema. Addressing members of press on the sidelines of the visit, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa disclosed that the free visa arrangement was one of the most significant outcomes of the trip and a central component of the discussions held between the two governments. According to the foreign minister, easing travel restrictions between the two countries is expected to enhance trade, tourism, investment, and cultural exchange. Providing further insight into the negotiations leading to the agreements, the foreign minister disclosed that the visa-free arrangement was a key directive personally issued by President Mahama ahead of the visit. The visa-free policy is expected to remove long-standing bureaucratic barriers faced by travelers. The Foreign Affairs Minister has been speaking on the waiver.
We are prioritizing your smooth mobility. And one of the major outcomes of this state visit, which you hear President Mahama talk about, is that for the first time in the history of Ghana-Zambia relations, we are going to have a free visa between our two countries. So you no longer have to stress about visas. So we are going to have a visa waiver agreement. And it is one of the conditions that President Mahama gave us for this visit. He said, Foreign Minister, if you don't make this happen, don't join me on this visit. So Chief Director will tell you, whilst I was in Latvia, I was on her, she was chairing the technical committee meetings. I told her that you know the directive. So I'm told that it was, because we have 3 kinds of passports. They have only 2, diplomatic and then ordinary passport. So they didn't see how, they said we are not aligned because we have diplomatic, service, and ordinary passports. But we told them there is a presidential directive. If you want our president to be here and you want his wishes to be granted, then you have to make sure that we reach this deal. And at 11:30 p.m. last night, they reached out to their president, and he said, if it's my brother's wish, I'm going to grant you. So we have the visa waiver agreement. This will bring the number to 15 visa waiver agreements since President Mahama was sworn into office. So now the Ghanaian passport is one of the most valuable. You've seen all the rankings.
Now, let's do some more social stories this afternoon. As the Member of Parliament for Binduri constituency, Isifu Mahmoud, and the Binduri District Assembly has commissioned 2 SOCO-funded projects aimed at accelerating development in the district. The 2 projects are aimed at reducing improper sanitation and also promoting maternal health.
The Binduri district is one of the most deprived districts in Ghana, grappling with limited access to basic social amenities and persistent security challenges. The SOCO project, a World Bank-funded initiative, is designed to help prevent the spillover of conflict from the Sahelian countries by strengthening the social and economic resilience of selected northern regions within Gulf of Guinea countries. As part of efforts to improve living conditions in the district, the Member of Parliament for Binduri, Isifu Mamu, on Monday, 2nd February 2026, commissioned 2 Soko projects. The projects include a 10-seater sanitary facility at Spalugu and a maternity ward block at the Anisi Health Center. Addressing the gathering, the Member of Parliament commended the Soko initiative for its timely intervention and reiterated his commitment to supporting development projects that improve healthcare delivery and sanitation in the constituency.
We also used the opportunity to thank the financiers, that's Soko in short, for supporting government to provide some of these facilities. We know what a toilet facility like this can do. Without it, people in these communities who doesn't have toilet facilities fixed in their homes will be attending nature's call at uncompleted buildings, any available space. So that also leads to so many diseases and games.
The Benduri District Coordinating Director Safia Abdullah expressed appreciation to Soko for the project and used the occasion to appeal to residents to embrace the construction of household latrines as a means of ending open defecation in the district.
This is for everybody. Imagine in the night, somewhere one year, you have a running school. You'll be able to come to this facility. It's very difficult. So let's also encourage our people to put up this household latrines. And the assembly can come in a way to support maybe some materials, those who are willing to take up that challenge.
Meanwhile, the Soko Zonal Engineer for the Upper East Region, Alhaji Salifu Danladi, highlighted the relevance of the Soko project, noting that it is aimed at promoting peace, resilience, and sustainable development in vulnerable communities.
Now, the Amasaman court has ruled that the original 15-year jail sentence given to evangelist Patricia Isiedu be reduced to 12 months with the term starting from the original conviction date. There's more.
15-year prison sentence of evangelist Nana Agrada has been reduced to 12 months. In its decision, the Amasaman High Court ruled that the original punishment was harsh and excessive, affirmed her conviction, but exercised its discretion to vary the sentence, reducing it from the initial 15 years of hard labor imposed by the trial court. The revised sentence takes effect from the date of her conviction on July 3, 2025, meaning Nana Agrada will serve a total of 12 months in prison. The court held that, while the offense for which she was convicted warranted punishment, the severity of the original sentence was disproportionate under the circumstances, justifying a downward adjustment. Nana Agrada was convicted earlier this year and handed a 15-year custodial sentence with hard labor. With the appellate ruling, her conviction remains in force, but the duration of her incarceration has been substantially shortened.
Here on Good Afternoon Ghana, my name is Helen Anyeweja. I'll now hand over to Desmond.
Helen, thank you very much for bringing us the news updates there. I've got some interest, of course, all Ghanaians in the Agrada development where this new ruling has been reduced from 15 years to 1 year. Interesting one there. Well, Helen, thank you very much. Of course, the conversation continues on our social media handles and Metro TV Ghana. You can definitely drop your comments under the post there. And also, yesterday, the visit by President Mahama to Zambia has caused a lot of uproar on social media, especially as some Zambians have been ridiculing the president's outfits. The president decided to wear a fugu, or what we call batakari, and some Zambians were teasing the president that he was wearing a blouse and all of that. Well, someone said it's good that now there's a visa waiver, so they should come and learn about that. Anyway, those conversations will continue on our social media handles. This conversation we're going to have next, we've been doing that for a while. We're talking business, but we're looking at Forex trading, and Da Costa Isuman is here as we get into that particular conversation about Forex. And today we're taking a look at the trading influencers. What would influence you to get into trading, or what influences the trade? Well, Da Costa will do the explanation for us, and he is the founder of Forex Trading in Ghana and also regional manager for Ingot. And after that conversation, we'll be taking a look at mobile money and how it can be integrated into the 24-hour economy. And then later we'll talk about the big push project in terms of road development in the Volta region. Acosta, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you.
Yeah.
So today we're taking a look at Forex trading influencers.
Right.
Well, influencers by the name can be understood as something, or in this case now a person, as we have influence, that influences one's choice, or that influences the development of something.
Right.
So in this space of Forex, what does that mean?
Right. Thanks for the opportunity once again. When we say trading or Forex trading influencers or influencer, is someone who talks about trading. Okay. Trading ideas, shows results, and influence people, or people who are interested in trading, their decisions as to whether to get themselves into that space or not to even start at all. And most of them do have communities, followers, that when these influencers talk, they listen.
Okay.
So as as self-explanatory, it could be influencers, right? So a practical example is maybe, let's look at other brands that we do have around. Most of the time when the brands want to expand or they want to get wider audience, they do hire or employ services of influencers, people who have communities like that. So brokers also do work with influencers, right? And these influencers are people, like I mentioned, I explained earlier, they talk about trading, post results, everything about trading, and they have communities to influence. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So in this case of looking at an influencer, someone that influences that, if you want to get into it, or choose the right person to look at, what should be the things that you should be keen about
when selecting or choosing an influencer?
To follow?
Yes. Like I always say, it depends on you, the individual, and what you are looking out for. Right. Are you looking out for the lifestyle, or you are looking out for, acquiring the skill, or you are looking out for people who are going to sell you, the dreams of making fast money, right? So, influencing, we do have good influencers, and we do have the bad influencers as well, because at the end of the day, they are going to get paid, or they are going to get their commissions, right? So for good influencers, they are the ones who genuinely teach people, the skills and then the discipline as to how to get yourself into it, to know about the risk involved and all of that.
Right.
And then we do have those ones, maybe to term as the bad ones, who don't tell people that, yes,
exactly
this is
what it is.
Exactly. But they will sell you, the fast way of making money dreams and the lifestyle. So the person can be sitting in a Lamborghini, rent or do whatever to influence people. And most of the time, people do get attracted to that. So it depends on you, the individual, what you want. Is it a lifestyle? Is it a skill? Do you get it? So if it is a skill, then you should look out for someone who has proof of work, right? Okay. So I said, okay, Desi, I want to teach you how to trade, right? You need to find out from me, okay, whatever that I want to teach you, do I have a proof of work? Do I have records?
Right.
Not maybe a month or a day or two, maybe years of that. And then you can now choose to allow my stuff to influence you.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So it depends on the individual as to what he or she is looking out for. That will determine the kind of influencer you should go in for.
And is it real that influencers are helping, for people to do right by trading?
Yes.
And also helping them make money?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, so they are good ones, right? So the good ones will tell you what it is. That, okay, when it comes to trading, right, maybe trading like any other activity carries some level of risk that you need to educate yourself in order to reduce the risk and then increase your reward, right?
Right.
Those are the good ones.
Right.
And those ones are helpful because at the end of the day, they are helping you acquire a lifetime skill like any other profession, like maybe a medical doctor, an engineer, and all of that. However, we do also have the bad ones, like I mentioned earlier. They are in for their commissions from the brokers or whatever they are in for. So they will sell you a lifestyle that you've been, dreaming about. That okay, maybe I want to, I want to be making maybe $10,000 in a day. They have ways of making you believe or sell those dreams to you.
Okay.
Right. So there are the good ones, and then there are the bad ones.
Okay.
However, like I mentioned, it depends on you, the individual, the ones you would like to go in for. Unfortunately, our side of the world, we do like to go in for the ones, the lifestyle.
Mhm.
Yes, and we have a lot of those people
No,
out there.
the ones who do flaunt the best of cars,
Exactly.
and the sense of living going and
Exactly.
all of that.
So those are like I mentioned, those are like the dreams of fast money. That yeah.
But again, it tends to give the person who wants to get into it that, oh, it is all nice.
Right.
And so in a few months,
yes,
you can buy this car, you can get this,
good,
and all of that,
good,
without necessarily understanding that it's a risk, as you say always.
Yes.
It can happen. There
Yes.
could be a day that trading may not go as you want,
Perfect.
and then everything comes down.
Right.
And then it could be a time where it goes really well, and then you get all the things you're looking
Exactly.
at. Right.
So, like you rightly said, people get attracted to that, but this is what they need to know. It's a lifetime skill.
Okay.
A global skill,
Okay.
like a medical doctor or any other profession. So why would you want to rush it? Get a process or get a skill right, and the money and the other things that you are looking out for will just come easily.
Okay.
Please, I hope you get it.
Right.
Yes.
So very, very good advice there coming in from Da Costa. If you're choosing an influencer, I'm sure you'll be safe. What's the best way to find one? Is it to go through the socials, see the pictures,
Yes.
and all of that? How do you identify?
So yes, so if you are, like I mentioned, if you are looking out for, the lifestyle ones, those who are showing the lifestyle, you can just check out their Instagrams and all those social media platforms.
Yes.
Once you are convinced that you are good to go. But if you are looking at acquiring the skill and also looking at getting the skill to the extent or to the level where you can get sustainable results in the market, there are platforms that you can check the credibility of these guys. Example, if you are a trader and I want to check your performance, there's what we call in your trading account, there's what we call master password, and then we have investor password, right?
Okay.
So whilst you are trading, you can share your investor password with me. Then I can log into your account. What I can see is the results that you have. Whatever that you've been doing, your performance.
Okay.
I can see that years, months, or whatever, right? And then we have the master password. That's where you can be playing with your trades and all of that. So if I want to choose you or I want to work with you, and it's the results and the skills that I want, then I would like to get your investor password, check them out from there. Also, if you also trust your skill and you know that you've been putting out good performance, you can publish them or have them publish, openly,
right,
where people can see it. So we do have Ingots on Ingots platform. You can publish your trades there where you have people to also follow you from there. We do have another platform, MKL L5, where you can even publish, have millions of people following you, paying you for, your performance.
Okay.
Right? So if you want to, like I mentioned, it depends on what you want. If it's the lifestyle, you can just check their social media platforms, Instagram and the pictures. Once you are good with that,
But
that's
the
fine.
lifestyle can be deceiving, though.
Exactly.
Yes.
But if it is the results that you want, then you can go in for some of these. Yes.
Well, just a couple more questions and then we'll wrap up on this.
Yes.
How does a new trader make sure that you don't get scammed?
Yes.
You don't get to eventually come online and come and say that you've been scammed of your money and all of these things, so that there's sanity in the space that you could find the right people to go to.
Right. So I think from the beginning where we started this series, I mentioned that first you as a trader, you're definitely going to trade, and you would be working with a broker. Ensure the broker is regulated.
Right.
That's the first one. The second one is if you're also going to work with an influencer, first off, the things that I mentioned, check out his or her credibility, right? The social space or the friends or wherever he or she finds himself. Just ask questions. That is one. And the other one too is if you are looking out for the performance or the skill, just get his investor password, log into his or her accounts to see the performance or whatever that he has been doing. Does he have his or her results published publicly? Because I believe that if you really know what you are doing and you are confident,
you wouldn't be afraid to put that out.
Just make it open. And then you as the trader can now make informed decision that, okay, let me follow this guy or let me allow myself to be influenced by this guy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you heard from Dacosta Suman there, showing us the ways we can get the right influencers. If you're getting into Forex, because this space is one that has become a very important one in Ghana and the world over, and a lot of people are trying that space. But as we always say, it's a risk. So you've got to identify, or what you can actually risk in doing this particular bit of trading. Now let's talk before I wrap up on Ingot. You've got something.
So Ingot has a partnership program. So Ingot is a broker, multinational regulated one, and was looking out for people or influencers who would like to work with Ingots. So the same way we do have our social media platforms where we post, have following and all. If you have people ask you that, okay, Charlie, I would like to learn about trading, maybe copy trading, education, and all of that, Ingot is ready to partner with you. Now, when these people use the platform, you do get a commission for that. Most of the influencers, like I said, the bad ones, like I mentioned earlier, because they do get their commissions from the brokers, they do show you the sweet side of things, and you just get into it. But Ingot is working with people or looking out for people who are serious with this. They stand a chance of getting full partnership support or sponsorship. When you're a partner, you are holding or, getting a program done and you need sponsorship, Ingot is ready to support you. We do have rebates or commissions, which are very good. That's if you are interested, you are online, you have following, you have community, you can reach out. I'll guide you on how to get that done.
Great. So next week, Friday, we're going to have a pool party. Make sure that you
I'll be there.
Yes, you come. Make sure you come.
Sure.
And later we'll talk about it, but and then you bring plate money to
support us. I'll come.
Right, thank you very much, Dacosta Suman, for coming and of course helping us understand how we can choose influencers when it comes to getting into Forex trading and that particular market. You're still watching Business Edge here on Metro TV. My name is Desmond Okurekudansu. So we're done with Dacosta. We're going to take a look at the exchange rates for today before we get into our next conversation on the Momo. So we are going to begin with the US dollar. The US dollar is buying at 10 cedis 96 pesos and selling at 10 cedis 95. That is 97 pesos. So that's it. 10 cedis 96 and then selling at 10 cedis 97. That's the US dollar. Now this is the euro. The euro is being bought at 12 cedis 94 and sold at 12 cedis 95. 12 cedis 94 being bought and then 12 cedis 95. And then we'll move on to the next one. That is the British pound. The British pound, as you see on your screen, being bought at 14 cedis 98 pesos, 14 cedis 98 pesos, and selling at 15 cedis there. So let's go over that again. So British pound 14 cedis 9830. If you do the rounding, it's 14 cedis 98 pesos there, and it's being sold at 15 Ghana cedis. 15 Ghana cedis. So there you have there on the screen. Right, so do take note of the figures there. We're going to get into our next conversation about mobile money and, putting that together with Ghana's 24-hour economy initiative that has been brought by this particular government, how that's kind of works. I know that when it comes to Momo, it's a public thing, so we would hear from you also what you think about the conversations that we'll be having on the show. But still on business, let's talk about the inflation, because Ghana's inflation rates falling sharply to 3.8% in January 2026, making the current drop, according to the latest Consumer Price Index data, the 13th consecutive decline and the lowest rate since the rebasing of, that is, prices in 2021. Let's take a listen to government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu.
Figures released by the Ghana Statistical Service shows the CPI rose to 262.3 in January 2026 from 252.6 recorded in January 2025, translating into a year-on-year inflation rate of 3.8%. Compared to December 2025's 5.4%, this represents a 1.6 percentage point month-on-month drop, while year-on-year inflation fell from 23.5% in January 2025 to 3.8%, reflecting the significant disinflationary correction after 2 years of elevated price pressures.
January 2026, Ghana's Consumer Price Index stood at 262.3, up from 252.6 in January 2025. This increase in the index translates into a year-on-year inflation rate of 3.8%. The January 2026 inflation rate of 3.8% is significant for several reasons. First, it is down from the 5.4% recorded in December 2025, representing a 1.6 percentage point decline in 1 month. Second, it marks the 13th consecutive month of decline in inflation. Third, it is the lowest inflation rate recorded since the CPI rebasing in 2021.
According to government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan, the data further shows a sharper slowdown in inflation for locally produced items, which fell to 2.0% compared with 4.3% for imported goods, highlighting continued cost pressures for imports.
An important dimension is the difference between locally produced items and imported items. Inflation for locally produced items fell from 5.9% in December 2025 to 4.5% in January 2026. Inflation for imported items declined even more sharply from 4.3% to 2.0% over the same period. This possibly reflects improved exchange rate stability, easing global price pressures, and better alignment between domestic and external markets.
January 2026 prints not only signals a return to stable prices unseen since the late 1990s, but also provides critical guidance for businesses, investors and households as Ghana navigates its economic strategy for the year ahead.
Right, so there you have it. The new inflation rate is 3.8%, as we heard from Dr. Alhassan Idrisu, that is government statistician. And of course, when it comes to this issue of inflation, there's a lot that from the sides of Parliament and many analysts, what they've got to say about that. But it's something we'll look at later. But for now, we're going to take a look at mobile money, redefining mobile money for Ghana's 24-hour economy. And joining us is the president for the Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana, Edward Ofori-Agyeman, and he joins us here for this conversation on mobile money. So today he's going to answer your questions, all your questions about mobile money. Some people say that when they go, the agency and all of that. We'll talk about that. Mr. Agyeman, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Desmond.
Yeah, it's good to see you. And I'm excited about this conversation on mobile money because it is a game changer. Over the years that this platform was introduced, and from where you sit working on these, you see that it's been very, very beneficial to our economy.
Sure, it is true. Let me use this opportunity to greet our viewers and my colleague executives and the members of MOMAC, they are the driving force of the association.
Right.
Not forgetting my special, somebody special in my life. That's my wife, Comfort.
Oh,
Achimani.
okay. That's nice. Yeah. Right. So before you even answer the earlier question I asked, talk to us about MOMAC. Let's know the group, how long it's been in existence, who makes up MOMAC?
Okay. MOMAC has been in existence 8 years. This year will be 9 years. And MOMAC is about mobile money agents.
Okay.
Coming together.
Okay.
Yeah, to form this association. And I think it was formed 2017. 2017.
Right. 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very interesting one there. So on the back of the question that I asked, what has this platform, obviously, it's created a lot of opportunities in terms of employment opportunities for a lot of people across the country. But if you listen to your members and with your group, what would you say that this platform of mobile money has done for members of your group?
Okay. Thank you very much. In fact, the mobile money, when it was introduced, it has benefits every Ghanaian,
okay,
not only our members. Because one of the days, there wasn't any mobile money. And when you go to rural areas, banks, you can't get banks over there.
Right.
So when mobile money was introduced, I mean, you will be in Accra or maybe your hometown, and you can send money to your mother or your father, and they can just withdraw it at a nearby mobile money vendor, which I think it brings convenience to the community and the members as well.
Right. How much does it cost, though, to start a business like that?
Okay. It doesn't cost much.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can start with an amount of 3,000 or
3,000 cedis.
3,000 Ghana cedis. It depends on the area where you are.
Okay.
Area where you are, and maybe there is a lot of traffic over there. You need about 5,000 to 10,000
to start.
But you can start with 3,000.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's why I was asking. And when one decides to get into that business, what are the things that an agent needs to have to be able to get that clearance to begin that business? Or you could just open and just start operating?
Okay, thank you. First of all, you need to go to the EMIs.
Okay.
To acquire the SIM.
Right.
The SIM is free. And after acquiring the SIM, you need to get someone who has done the business for the person to train you. Because without training, you will mess up.
Without training, you mess up?
You will mess up. Because these fraudsters and robberies, in fact, it's a whole lot.
Right.
So you need to be trained before you can enter into mobile money.
So do you do that for your members?
Oh, sure. We do capacity building for our members every year, at least twice a year. Even last year, 2025, we did capacity building for our members, whereby we invited our partners. MTN was there, Enterprise Insurance was there, and other institutions, partner institutions that we have. We are in collaboration with them, and it's something that we normally do because of these fraudsters.
Okay.
Because if we don't train our members, these fraudsters, in fact, somebody will call you, and then within just a twinkle of an eye, you will lose.
You talk about this fraudsters. We know, we've seen on the socials where some of the agents do complain about, how they've been duped and all of that. For now, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with fraudsters who try to use ways and means to defraud agents in the first place? And then we can reverse it to the customers, where sometimes they go to the agents, say they're doing this, and sometimes, and I'm saying sometimes, it is alleged that, oh, the money is not in, they've been defrauded, but they'll show you that the money is gone. And some agents, we've seen that on the social media. So how are you dealing with the fraudsters? Are you collaborating with the telcos to work on that and all that? Share with us also.
Okay. With this question you have asked, we always engage the EMIs.
Right.
And they also, I recommend them a lot. They also come to our aid to give us education, how to, they make sure that we, the agent, we are safe. For example, last year, Mobile Money Limited, that's Mobile Money Limited, MTN Mobile Money Limited, before Christmas, they organized fraud programs for all agents, and we were with them. Wherever they go, we also go with them, and then also have a little knowledge about what is going on. Now, concerning how do you deal with this process? You see, you cannot, let's say, take away fraud from this business, but you can minimize it.
Okay.
Now, that's why in the first place I said we do capacity building for our members to train them. Sometimes when somebody calls you on your agent SIM, you need not to pick. When somebody calls you, even don't engage the person.
Okay.
Don't
on your agent SIM.
On your agent SIM.
It's not one that's supposed to be used for calling.
The agent SIM are supposed to do two things: cash in, cash out. That's a withdrawal and then sending.
Right.
You need not to, receive calls on it. Else you have to divert it to a different number.
Okay. Okay. Interesting one there. The issue, we'll get into the issue of how we can rope this into the 24-hour economy, but some of the challenges, as you talk about fraudsters and also security, it's a very big problem. In the past year or two, we've heard about a number of them. There was a lady who was attacked in Kumasi.
Patricia.
Patricia, right in front of her shop, and some others. I think Kaswa, one of the areas. A gentleman also like that. He had closed, and then on his way home he was attacked. Some of these stories, they're very sad to hear. But how have you dealt with that also?
Okay. I think last year wasn't a good thing for all mobile money agents, because last year, starting from January, that this incident started. I think Patricia was being killed January. And within two weeks, another incident also happened, and within Asante region. Now, we, the association, MOMAC, we came out with a press release, a lot of press release, and also we also wrote to the Ghana police. And in fact, I must recommend them.
Recommending them for?
Yes, for their quick response.
Okay.
And through that, you see that getting to the latter part of last year, all this, robbery thing reduced.
Well, what exactly was done?
Come again?
What exactly was done?
It was through interruption, because they started engaging all mobile money agents across the country. So I remember when they sent a letter to us that they want to organize a program for us to train us on fraud and then robbery.
Right.
So they started maybe across the country. Ashaman, they did it. Kumasi, they did it. And it was the police officers who were engaging us. So, in fact, we also make sure that whatever training they give to us, we also use it to protect our business.
Is that why some of you closed really early?
Well,
was that one of the things that you talked about?
Exactly.
Closing early.
Because even the banks who even have,
very last.
Exactly. They close 4 o'clock. Even by 4:30, all banks have closed. How much more you, the mobile money, you don't have anything protecting you. You understand? So we are advocating that your life is more important than the money you are looking for. And the country need you, your family need you. So at least by 6 o'clock,
by 6 p.m.
By 6 p.m., you have to close and then be in your house. Somebody will say, by in the afternoon to the attack. Yes, in the afternoon they attack, but it's not like
the rate is not as it would be
exactly.
in the evening. Then the conversation about the 24-hour economy, where it has to be, of course, it may not necessarily be physically being present at a place all, over the night into, but have you thought about it? Is this something that mobile money agents can be roped into the 24-hour economy?
Oh, sure. To us, it's a good thing. This 24-hour economy is a good thing, but we need to put certain things in place. Else, the mobile money agent cannot get involved because one, when you look at security aspect, let's take infrastructure. You see, you go to some areas, the street light, it's not working. Some of the lanes, you not see street light and you see darkness all over the area. And again, when you look at the banks, they close early, as I said earlier on. For example, if we start this 24-hour economy and you are working in the night, and when the moment our liquidity got finished, whether physical cash or e-cash, we quickly go to the bank to load or to exchange. But maybe if it is 10 p.m., where are you going to get the money to, or maybe the e-cash? So we would, if we want to do this 24-hour economy and we want to include mobile money agent, we would plead with the central bank, Bank of Ghana, to put something in place whereby if maybe we're short of e-cash, we're short of physical cash, we can quickly get to any of the banks in the night to exchange for our transactions.
Right. Even before I get into that 24-hour conversation, the concerns you've raised, how many members do you have?
Okay. We are about that's 10,000 to 11,000.
10,000. That's across the country.
Yes, please.
And are you sure everybody is under your wing?
That is a challenge. You see, sometimes you approach some of the agents and they feel like, oh, I'm using my own money to do the business. They don't want to join the association. It's unfortunate that our dear brothers and sisters that we have lost, none of them is part of the association.
They weren't part of the association.
Exactly. Because we train our members, we do capacity building for them. Do this, don't do this. As it stands now, coming 22nd, we are going to do capacity building for the leaders.
Okay.
So these are some of the things that as a mobile money agent, you need to join the association for you to get information. Because without coming together, there won't be, let's say, you cannot get information. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So not everybody is under your umbrella or your association.
Exactly.
But they are doing their own businesses. And so it means that if anything, you're going to push anything, if you go push anything right now from government or from wherever, does it apply to them?
Well, yes. I would say 50-50.
Okay.
When it comes to internal matters and something that you have to benefit, we will look into it. It will go to the members because they pay dues to run the organization.
Right.
For example, if we write a letter to the government to protect agents, we cannot say that the government should come and protect only we, MOMAG members. He has to, the state have to protect all of us.
Right.
Because we are citizens of the state.
Yeah. Okay, so he has to It has to cover everybody.
Everybody.
Well, okay, so you give the excuse or the explanation that some of them do not see the need to be part of the association. Okay, interesting one there. I'm going to continue my questioning on some of the challenges that mobile money agents face. Of course, we've talked about the fraud and all that, but dealing with the customers who come to the shops, what are some of the challenges that you face with them?
Okay, thank you. This one is this question. Sometimes one of the challenges that we face with customers is that, especially we don't do long distance cash out. Somebody will come, I want to withdraw money, and you will tell the person to allow cash out. The person will just pick the phone and I have finished.
Okay.
Meanwhile, someone allow the cash out somewhere. So if you are not vigilant, when the money hits your account and you give the money to the person, since you don't know where the money is coming from, you will be there and then police will come to you that the money you received is a fraud money. So always we have an app called Mbanger. You can, when you come and say you want to withdraw money, we can send a message which will come with a code.
Okay.
So if it is you, I will tell you, I will just politely tell you that please, there's a code on your phone, can you mention it for me? The same code will come to my agent line.
Okay.
So if you are able to mention the code, it means that you are the right person.
You are the right person.
And then again, we can use the same app to also call you to verify whether it is you.
Okay. So you've created a platform that you use to verify some of these
That
things
is a
already.
need for all agents to come and join the association.
Okay.
Because if you are not part of the association, how can you, let's say, know
Get
of
to know this and use it, right? So people do those long distance withdrawals, and if you say cash out, you are actually referring to one telco on that, because for Airtel to go,
I'll come to that.
Okay, right.
I'll come to that.
So let's go with that.
So that's the cash out aspect.
Okay.
And deposit. When it comes to deposit, deposit is free.
Deposit is free.
It's free.
No matter the amount of money that is worth, it is free. Okay.
But you have to bring your phone. You have to bring your phone. The phone should be with you. So sometimes when people comes, oh, where is the phone? This is the phone. One day a customer came to me and he said he's depositing an amount of 2,000. So, oh, did you bring the phone? And he said no.
But why is that important to bring the phone with you?
That is it's a regulatory requirement that you need not to charge. Are you getting me?
Right.
You need not to charge. And if you don't bring the phone, the system sees it as a third-party transaction. And we don't do third-party transaction because when you do third-party transaction, the commission is not anything. I mean, you will not get anything.
Okay. So to make us understand further, I say that I have cash. Can you deposit this into my account? And you're asking that, where is my phone? And then I say, I don't have my phone with me. Maybe I've left it at home. And I tell you my name on the number. You don't think it's possible that my phone is at home or I've left my phone somewhere and I need to just do the deposit? Why should I bring the phone before? It's still deposit. Whether I show the phone or not, it still goes on to my phone.
This is something that is causing, let's say, a fight between
the customers
and then the agents.
Okay.
You understand? Because when you do a clean deposit, you get your 100% commission.
Okay.
But if you don't do a clean deposit, you will not get your full commission. You understand? So sometimes when they come, that's why we insist that you have to bring the phone. Now, very soon, they are going to introduce something called Joe Fence. So when you come and let's say you want to do deposit or maybe cash out, and you say this is the phone, and it's maybe it's 100 meters away, it won't go. It should be within the jurisdiction.
Really?
Yeah. Because it is something that is worrying we agents.
Okay.
And we have...
Sorry.
Okay.
So if I am to understand you, because I don't bring the phone, it may look like I am sending to another number.
Exactly.
And I am trying to move away from paying maybe the commission or the
Let me
extra
tell you
amount
where
on
the
that.
telcos also get their commission. You know, before someone would receive money, you have to pay a double deduction. So
Okay.
one, you have come to me,
right,
to do a deposit.
Okay.
It's free.
Mhm.
Did I charge you? No.
No.
You are sending from your phone. Will the system deduct you or not? When you are
Okay.
sending to your phone to the third party,
Okay,
will
there'll
the
be a
system
deduction.
deduct you or?
There'll be a deduction.
That's one deduction. Let's say you are sending 100 Ghana cedis. That's one CD.
Okay.
And then the person receive it. The person is also going to withdraw it. There will be a deduction or not?
There will be.
So how many deduction?
Two.
Twice.
From the sender and the receiver.
Exactly. Now, when you come and you are sending to, because for that instance, the EMIs, the telcos will see that it is true, genuine, because you deposit it and you transfer it, and the person receive it, and the person withdraw it. But when you send it straight, they know, they have a way of, because you have, swerve.
So you mean the telcos can track that? I come to you and I say I'm doing a deposit. It is not going to my phone, but I give a different number. Then I say that, yes, that is my...
Yeah, sure.
They able to track it?
They know. Because when it's travel far, they know. That's why I mentioned that very soon they are going to,
they're going to
something
bring a
called
guideline that's-
geofencing, whereby if you go to an agent...
Beyond a certain perimeter,
exactly,
it will not
go.
work. Interesting one there. What if you just joined us? We're having a conversation about mobile money, and Mr. Ajman is here. He's the president of the Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana, explaining a few things to us. But as I mentioned, you are you've talked about the challenges with the customers and all that. The customers also feel sometimes that what's it for one city to so. Something like that. If I am sending money to someone and then you ask me to put something on it, is that a legitimate thing to do?
Okay. Sometimes I will say yes.
Sometimes?
No. I will say yes.
Okay.
Because you are doing deposit on your phone.
No, not with the deposit. I'm sending to someone.
You are sending to someone.
Yes.
Then it is not right for the person to tell you that for one city to so.
Okay,
because
so I'm sending money to...
If the person charge you, the agent can be sanctioned. Because deposit is free. And if you are sending to third party, the agent need not to do it, but rather do something called token.
Okay.
Token.
Okay.
With a token, it will come with 10 or 12 digit numbers. Then you give it to the receiver. The receiver will go to another agent with the Ghana card to go and then redeem
take
it.
that.
Exactly.
Okay. I know the token bit. Now, to the cross telco platforms, when you're sending money, so someone is using MTN, Tigo, and then Vodafone or Telecel, and sending money. That one is also another one where they ask for the charges need to be better so and all of that. Is that one also right?
They are sending to someone.
Yes.
And the person
I am sending to another network. So I used to go.
Okay.
And I'm sending to another network that is MTN or Telecel. When it gets to a certain threshold, they ask you that where I am entitled to go into you the Febito, so something like that.
You see, Desmond, it is something that Bank of Ghana is against charging customer.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
And even the telcos, they even train us that we shouldn't charge. But sometimes, like you are saying, some of the agents, do charge. But it's wrong. As I speak with you, today, they are terminating an agent contract. They are taking the SIM back. They say he should come and withdraw all the SIM and then they will all the money on the SIM, because the SIM is free. We don't sell the SIM. So the SIM belongs to the EMIs. It belongs to the institution. So if you do anything that is not compliance, they will take their SIM and then you will take your money and you will be out of the business.
Okay.
You get it. So if you want to stay in the business, you need to follow the rules and regulations that the EMIs or Bank of Ghana brings on board.
Okay. When people report that, what do you do about it? When people report agents?
Before that, I was saying that an agent, someone went to an agent 3 days ago to withdraw an amount of 15,000.
Okay.
And the agent, I don't know how it happened. It's just today that I was yes. And when the person the agent withdraw the money for the customer, he charged the customer 90 Ghana cedis.
Okay. 90 cedis out of 15,000.
Out of 15,000.
Okay.
And the customer reported the agent, and now they have blocked the agent.
Reported the agent to you or
no,
to the telco?
To the telcos.
Okay.
So you see, so when I went there to do maybe transaction, and I was being told that this is what has happened, and in fact I checked and the person wasn't part of our association.
So you can't do anything about it.
Because we train our members not to be doing such things. Because if the person comes to you and you think you don't have that huge amount, you just politely, oh please, I can only withdraw 5,000 for you. I don't have enough cash. Then the person will go.
Right.
But for you to, withdraw the 15,000 and then deduct some, it is not the right.
It is not right. I have my own issues also with. Of course, some of the platforms are not so popular, but you get to a vendor and they have put MTN mobile money, Airtel, Tigo cash, there's Telecel cash. And then you ask and they tell you that it's only MTN that we do. So why then put everything there?
You see, I don't know for such agents.
No, why they are in town?
I know. They are in town. You know, what I would say is that some of the, let's say, one of the telcos, they have the numbers.
Right.
They have the numbers.
Well understood.
So they have the numbers. That's why sometimes you will be there and then the agent, when you go to them, they will say, oh, me, I don't do this one,
Yes.
if it is this.
Okay.
But to me, it's wrong. To me, where I sit, it is wrong. Because we have to let the customer feel comfortable.
Right.
Because if you are there and you say you don't do this, you do this, the next agent who will come and then open a shop, if the person does all the three, who loses?
You lose.
That is it.
But my own is that if you know you won't do this, don't put it on your board. You see, they have the container, and the signage. You see that we do this. You get and they tell you that, oh, wait here, and then you get stranded because you know that, oh, you've seen this. Okay, you're happy about it, excited that you're going to make a withdrawal or you can send money on this. When you get there, they say that, oh, it is deception. For me, it is you're deceiving us. So, Mr. Ajiman, please tell your people that they should stop doing that. Anyway, if you just tuned in, we're talking about mobile money advocacy group Ghana. The president is here, Mr. Edward Ajiman, and we're looking at that and also the 24-hour economy. Maybe, I don't know, producers can. There's a public interest conversation, so maybe the producers can. Let's do a few calls and see what people have to say about mobile money and some of the challenges that come with it. But last year there was a very, very huge record that mobile money transactions hit, and that must be really, really exciting to hear.
Yeah, it's true. For that one, I salute the Bank of Ghana and the partner telcos for this progress. And I can also say that we are also, included because of the training that we did for our members. Because it got to a point because of the killings, some mobile money agents lose hope in doing the business. But because of trainings that we give to our members, they have the hope, and then they came back into the business. We train about 43,000 agents across the country. This one, let me chip in this.
Right.
You see, you were going to mention some question about Telecel. And
Yes,
concerning fraud issue.
Mhm.
You know, one advice I will tell my colleague agents is that, please, let us be vigilant. Because now they are using these messages to defraud mobile money agents. You know, what happened last week is that a customer went and withdraw 5,000 on Telecel. The agent gave the code to the customer to withdraw the money, and instead of the agent, after the customer initiated the transaction, instead of the agent to check whether the money has come, he didn't check, and then he quickly paid the money to the customer, which I think I will say that that's advice that I'm giving to agents. Whenever you do transaction, please check your balance, check your messages before you give money out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So for the agents themselves, they're facing a lot of that, and people are losing a lot of money. So that is why we've got to. So right, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the conversations, that we're putting the phone number out there so you can call and then share your thoughts with us. Any questions you have for that is Mr. Ajmania, you can also drop that in. This is Business Edge on Metro TV. We'll be back shortly after the break.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ampedu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Asari.
How is business doing?
My business is collapsing.
Why is your business collapsing?
I sold my products and services to my clients on credit, and my debtors are not paying their debts.
Have you heard of Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company operating in all the 16 regions of Ghana?
Not at all.
Mr. Ampedu, all you need to do is to contact them on their customer service line. I recommend Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company to financial institutions, businessmen and businesswomen, other companies, and also individuals. Rosic Consult has 98.4% debt recovery rate. We have professional debt recovery managers. You are assured of swift debt recovery. No recovery, no commission. For Rosic Consult Limited, no more write-offs. And we pre-finance the recovery ourselves.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
We are changing, so should you. to dream with Puma drinks. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the place. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
This February on Metro TV.
Get ready to splash into love this Valentine's season. Join the campus Red Pool Party on Friday, 13th February 2026 at the Bayview Village, Atomic Junction. Rates is 60 cedis for singles and 100 Ghana cedis for couples. Time is 4 p.m. sharp. Come in your red bikinis for the ladies and red shorts for the gentlemen. Don't miss out on the fun, games and vibes. Campus Red Pool Party. Love is in the air. In every school, there is history. In every homecoming, there is pride. But in 2025, pride became competition. From convoys that shook the streets to colors worn with honor. From powerful reunions to legacy projects that will stand forever. Metro TV asked one bold question: which school truly owned the legacy in 2025? Welcome to School's Homecoming 2025. Who is who? Send your school name, convoy videos, speech and prize giving highlights, and your 2025 legacy projects to 0550 090 702. School's Homecoming, my school, my pride. This event is sponsored by Zoom Lion and Appointed Time Printing. School's Homecoming 2025 is a Metro TV event supported by Original TV, Original 91.9 FM, and Metro Digital.
My name is Funny Face, and this is the Children's Park. This is the Children's President.
I'm standing here this day by the grace of God and the prayers of parents and their children.
On the 21st of February, we are standing live in worship and in thanksgiving. It's the Kiss in Worship. Thanksgiving with Funny Face.
Ben Wale, Sunyani, Tamale, Kuntusi, Pokwase, Santase, wherever you are, please join me.
It is a free show. Please, children, make sure you join Uncle on the 21st for us to give God the thanks and praise.
I miss them so much. Please join me and let. Children, I miss you.
Miss you too.
You miss me?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you too.
Mommy, Daddy, please join us thank God for healing our president at Ifa Sutherland Children's Park, Accra, on Saturday, 21st February, 9 a.m.
With Metro TV and Original TV, supported by Original FM. And we are having a conversation on that is mobile money, and the calls are coming in. So we're going to put the okay, right? So the number is on the screen. Give us a call if you've got any question for Mr. Edward Ofori-Agyemang. He's the president for Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana. This is a group made up of mobile money agents, close to 11,000 across the country. And he's admonishing that if you're an agent, do well to be part of the group. But what's the drive also that you're doing to get people to be part of the agents? Do you go out into the markets? Do you go to speak to them and all that? As and when the calls come in, then we pick them. Welfare.
Yeah, welfare.
Okay.
Because without welfare, how will the members feel comfortable? So first of all, we do welfare for our members,
Okay.
and then we also, do a lot of programs.
Programs for them, okay.
Outdoor programs like games.
Okay. Right, Mr. Ajman, kindly hold on. John from Koforidua is on the line. Hi, John. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. What's your submission?
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you very much for this discussion. There is another worry I want to complain.
Right.
You know, most of the times, if you go to the agent, you want to withdraw, like say 5,000. They will tell you that they can't withdraw at the same time because they don't get anything. So they will do it 1,000, 5 times. And all this, and then you'll be paying charges for 5 times for 5,000. So this one too should be addressed.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you very much, John, for calling. So that's a concern from John that some of the agents do not want to do in bulk because they see that the charges are small. So they do them in pieces. Mr. Ajman. Okay, let's take the callers. All right, and then we can answer the questions one after the other. Hi, good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling us from?
From Abosokai.
Again, what's your name?
My name is Musa Muhammad.
Right, Musa from Abosokai. Please go ahead.
Yeah, nowadays there are certain challenges that is arising here and there. People were calling that they have sent you a message, mobile money. You have to check your wallet. Immediately you check your wallet, you will see that they are drawing money from your wallet. And nowadays it has been going on. And I think those who matter in that space supposed to come in and come out with solutions, because they are stealing from people day in, day out. I think this is my concern.
Okay, right. Thank you very much, Musa, for calling. So Musa's concern there is that, well, I guess some of the agents, for Mr. Ajman, he can only talk about the agents. He doesn't work with any of the telcos to be able to do, or maybe he may have some knowledge of that, but withdrawal unlawful. So you get messages that there's something like that. So he'll talk about that. Let's speak again to a caller. Hi, thank you for calling. What's your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Frank from Tamale.
Frank from Tamale, speak to us.
Yeah. Please, sometimes, let's say if I want to send you a money, like 1,000 cedis, then I want to find out if you wanted to withdraw, am I supposed to ask something so that you can withdraw the 1,000 cedis at your end?
Okay, so you're sending money to someone, 1,000 cedis. You're asking if you should add some amount of money so that the person you're sending to or the receiver can withdraw exactly the 1,000 cedis.
Yes, I want to find out.
Right. Thank you very much, Frank, for that question. Edward would answer that. So let's do 2 more calls, and then we will get into the answers from Mr. Ajman. I'm putting them down here. John called earlier about the withdrawals being done in pieces. Right. So let's get into the. Okay. So we have a caller. Hi. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from? Hello. Hello? Okay, so we've lost the caller there. Please, when you call, do well to lower the volume of your set and speak to me via the phone. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, your name and where you're calling us from? Yeah, what's your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Ale Thomas. We're calling from the northern Ghana.
Ahmed. Okay, Ahmed, go ahead.
Yes, Maxwell, not Ahmed.
Oh, Maxwell. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Please, what I wanted to find out is about the mobile money side. Sometimes if you go to the vendor, do deposit, some of them they require some charges before they deposit into your wallet.
Okay. So
I don't know why it's so.
Okay. So Mr. Ajman will address that also. Thank you very much, Maxwell, for calling. So Maxwell also sharing that when he goes to deposit, some of the agents do ask for charges to be able to get that deposit done. Let's do a final as it comes in. So, Mr. Ajman, you had the questions. The very first one, let's do the last one. Let's do the last one. Unfortunately, let's do the last one. Hi, good afternoon. Your name and where you calling us from? Okay, so we're going to have our very final call, and then we'll allow Mr. Ajman to answer the questions. Hi, good afternoon. Your name and where you calling us from?
Good afternoon. I'm calling from Kaswa.
Kaswa, please, what's your name?
My name is Moses.
Moses from Kaswa. Please go ahead.
Okay. My problem is, how do I identify those people who are correct registration people?
Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Moses. A very important question there. So Moses is asking that. We'll hold on to the course for now, and then let's get the answers from Mr. Ajman. So let's start from John, who called from Kufodio. Says that when you go and you're doing a bulk withdrawal,
5,000.
5,000.
Transaction.
Yes, the agents would ask that you do that in pieces. Is that right?
Please, it's total no, and it is wrong.
It is wrong.
Yes, we have been trained, and even sometimes ago, especially on MTN.
Okay.
There was agents who normally do spread transaction. They will be in their, one corner because they want to earn more commission. So if a customer comes to withdraw money or deposit money, the person will send 1,000. It is called split transaction.
Transaction.
Yes, and it is habitual transaction. So you need not to do that. Now, if you are going to withdraw and the agent tells you that he only has 1,000 Ghana cedis, but he cannot withdraw any amount above 1,000, just take your 1,000 and go to different vendor to withdraw, because for her to the agent he doesn't have enough money. But if he has enough money and you want to withdraw 1,000, the agent is stealing from you.
Okay.
So with that one, you can report it to the EMIs, and then they will take action.
So the EMIs are the telcos, so you can call the telco.
That's the electronic money issuers.
Okay.
You can call any of them.
Okay.
To report this incident.
Okay, right. So that's from John. So John, it's wrong for any agent to do that. And Musa talks about the prompts that some of the agents get, and then people are withdrawing money from their accounts and all of that.
Yeah,
I'm sure it has come to your notice
exactly,
also. Yeah.
Exactly. He mentioned that the moment maybe you deposit money, then people will start calling. Please, he mentioned that there should be a solution. The solution is don't even engage them.
Okay.
Because the EMIs always educate customers about this fraud issue.
Okay.
Don't pick a call that you don't know. Even if somebody calls you that, oh, you came here to do a transaction, it came as a credit. Please, don't do it. Sometimes they normally do is that some of the fraudsters, they will come to you to do a transaction. So if you record in a book, sometimes you will go to some of the agents. They will open the book down.
Yeah.
So when they come, they only do transaction of 20 Ghana cedis or 40 Ghana cedis. Then they will snap the book. They already have all the numbers. So when they go, they will say, oh, I came to Desmond Solutions. You came to Desmond Solutions, you came and did transaction, it was wrong, so please do this, do that. So it is wrong to take people's data. Now, the law says that we shouldn't write any customer's number in a book.
In a book. Okay.
Even if you write it, you have to close it. Don't let somebody see
it. Okay, right. Okay, we had a call from Frank.
About 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. He mentioned that maybe he's going to withdraw 1,000 Ghana cedis. And the person, the agent said, add this before you can get your 1,000. Now, it's two things. If the money they send to you is exactly 1,000 Ghana cedis, when you are withdrawing the 1,000, the system would deduct 10 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
So if the agent doesn't have 990, the agent can tell you that, okay, please give me 10 CD, because the 10 CD that the system deducted,
Okay.
so that he can give you the 1,000.
exactly.
Else, the agent has to give you 990.
CDs.
Then you give the agent his his change or balance.
Okay.
I don't know whether I've answered.
Right. I think I understand it. So there's a deduction of 10 cities.
Exactly.
So it's either you give in cash 10 cities
Exactly.
to get
That's why
the whole
sometimes
amount of
they
1,000.
come to do a sending, and then there is third-party transaction.
Right.
They normally tell them that, just put 10 CD on the 1,000.
Right.
Then the person will receive 1,010 before he can withdraw the 1,000.
Okay. Moses wants to know, how do you know a legitimate mobile money vendor?
Okay. That's a very good question. One, you see, Bible says you shall see them by their fruit. You understand?
Okay,
you shall see them by their fruit.
Right.
When you go to a mobile money vendor who is, a good person, you will know through the way the person will approach you.
Will interact with you.
You understand? Some of the mobile money agents, they talk to customers anyhow, forgetting that without the customers, their business will not go on.
Right.
I always tell my workers that when the customer comes, let them feel good. Let them feel good. Because when you let them feel good, so to answer his question, one, through their conversation and the way they talk, you got to know that this agent is a good agent. And also, make sure that sorry to say there's my colleagues who are under umbrella. Okay. You understand?
Right.
You have to go to, a permanent structure where if there's any issue,
you
can just
always go back.
Yes, that's the truth.
Okay. Because with a makeshift structure, the next moment you can go there and the person is not even there again. Right. Well, as we wrap up on this, final thing you want to say to your agents and also to customers, quick one.
Okay. What I will tell agents that we should make sure that we take good care of the customers, because it is the customers who give us money. Our commission depends on their pocket. So when we treat them badly, they will not come. Okay. And the customers too, I will tell them that when they come to read the agent, they should also exercise patience.
Okay.
For us, sometimes the work is not easy.
Okay. Right. How do people get to be part of MOMAG?
Okay. So you can call us on 0240 6768 676821 0240 676821.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
right.
By WhatsApp or call.
Okay.
You can attend to you.
Mr. Oforiajuman, thank you very much for coming in this afternoon for this very important conversation. Okay. And to all of you who called, we appreciate you for calling. Many thanks for watching the show. My name is Desmond Okreku Danso, and let me remind you, 13th February, next week Friday, is the Metro TV Campus Red Pool Party at the Bayview Village, Atomic Junction. Grab your tickets, 60 cities for singles and 100 cities for couple. As Mr. Ajiman gave his wife shout out, it means that he will come with his wife. Have a good day and enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.
This February on Metro TV.
Get ready to splash into love this Valentine's season. Join the Campus Red Pool Party on Friday, 13th February 2026 at the Bayview Village, Atomic Junction. Rates is 60 cities for singles and 100 Ghana cities for couples. Time is 4 p.m. sharp. Come in your red bikinis for the ladies and red shorts for the gentlemen. Don't miss out on the fun, games and vibes. Campus Red Pool Party. Love is in the air. In every school, there is history. In every homecoming, there is pride. But in 2025, pride became competition. From convoys that shook the streets to colors worn with honor, from powerful reunions to legacy projects that will stand forever. Metro TV asked one bold question: which school truly owned the legacy in 2025? Welcome to School's Homecoming 2025. Who is who? Send your school name, convoy videos, speech and prize giving highlights, and your 2025 legacy projects to 0550 090 702. School's Homecoming, my school, my pride. This event is sponsored by Zoom Lion and Appointed Time Printing. School's Homecoming 2025 is a Metro TV event supported by Original TV, Original 91.9 FM, and Metro Digital.
My name is Funny Face, and this is the Children's Park. This is the Children's President. I'm standing here this day by the grace of God and the prayers of parents and their children. On the 21st of February, we are standing live in worship and in thanksgiving. It's the kiss in worship, thanksgiving with Funny Face. Ben Wale Wale, Sunyani, Tamale, Kuntusi, Pokwase, Santase, wherever you are, please join me. It is a free show. Please, children, make sure you join Uncle on the 21st for us to give God the thanks and praise. I miss them so much. Please join me and let. Children, I miss you.
Miss you too.
You miss me?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you too.
Mommy, Daddy, please join us. Thank God for healing our president at Ifa Sutherland Children's Park, Accra, on Saturday, 21st February, 9 a.m.
With Metro TV and Original TV, supported by Original FM.
A fighter, she never gives up on love.
If you have nothing else to say, then get out.
Well, there is something else.
A well-calculated character that will do anything to win.
What do you want?
I want you to listen to me and to understand that you're mine, Angela. I'm not willing to let you go.
Very patient, kind, and loving.
You're the only one that matters. And I want you to know that I love you. And I will be with you till the end.
Gets what she wants by any means.
Listen, Alvaro. It's time for you to make a choice. Your baby with Angela or your future with me.
The story gets better with more suspense, love, and intrigues. You Are the One. Weekdays, 8 p.m.
Customer orange. Nina, give me 1,000 naira.
What do you need it for?